Hi, everybody. Welcome to another Lead In with Lorne. Probably going to be a little fired up today. I'm wearing yellow for obvious reasons. I'm Ukrainian by descent, and I can't help but be influenced by what's going on in Ukraine. And I do want to weave it into Lead In a little bit in the sense that for those of us, as we think about and observe leadership behavior, we know that a lot of times that our actions that we take obviously are situational, and we while there's turbulence, often it's in a reasonably kind of expected boundary or set of channels. But every once in a while an issue comes up that just presents itself as an opportunity to take and test our leadership behavior. On a more localized level, I saw this happen in crisis when I was at the bank, for example, and a lot of our southern part of the province around the Calgary area was impacted by floods, or Fort McMurray was under a fire. And I recall the action that we took to do the right thing. We didn't ponder and get tepid in our reaction. We did the right thing for employees, first of all, and team members, for customers. We exercised the right leadership judgment. On a grander scale, globally, over the last couple of years, of course, there's been the COVID situation, where that has provided leaders and organizations to show compassion, to be there for people in ways that maybe they haven't been challenged to before, for each other. And so we get battle tested as these come along. And now we're watching on a world scale what's going on with Ukraine. And however you cut it, whatever your political position is, a despot and an autocrat has invaded a free democratic nation. And he's trying to overwhelm them with power. And it is an opportunity, a leadership opportunity, to choose how we personally react and how we allow for that to happen in the leadership context. At the very symbolically, CEOs and organizations are lighting up their businesses in blue and yellow. Of course, you're seeing that government-wise, from the Eiffel Tower to the Empire State Building, the CN Tower, you name it, lit up in blue and yellow. But there are other opportunities, and that is to take a stance on this, that even though we're not in the business to take political stances often as commercial or nonprofit organizations, but there is an obligation to take a position, to tell employees where you stand on doing the right thing. And frankly, in this case, without sounding overly dramatic, good versus evil. And those take on bigger context and bigger agenda items than anything that's going on. When the planes landed in 9/11 and took out the Twin Towers, I was a CEO of a company. It didn't matter. It wasn't about business. For a couple of weeks, it was about helping people navigate through that, taking a position, being compassionate, and understanding the fear and the frustration and the anger. The same thing is happening now with this situation. If we have a chance to boycott and not use Russian services, we should. If we have a chance to take a position for freedom and justice and be public about it, we should. And hiding behind the very fact that that's none of our business, to me, is wrong. Our business lives and our become fully intertwined. So you may be an individual participant, and your exercise might be on, maybe you wear yellow and blue, or maybe you just listen to how other people are feeling about it. If you have a bigger stance and a bigger position, Maybe you allow for a conversation about it so that people can express their frustrations about it, and you listen and you hear and you make room for it. You make room for them in the context of what your business obligations are. If you're out in a more senior leadership position, you take a stance. You stop doing business with in any way that can help an evil regime, and put pressure on them to do the right thing. There you go. Those are pretty big topics, but watch Zelensky. What has he done? Here's a guy who was a comedian and on a TV show, and he ends up in the TV show becoming the president of the Ukraine. And of course, art imitates life and life imitates art. It happens in real life. And his popularity was actually deteriorating. Often happens with incumbents, but he has stood there. He has been there. He was offered a ride by the Americans to scoot out of the country. He said, I don't need a ride. I need ammunition. Every day he puts a video that inspires the people to do the right thing, to fight back. That's leadership. That's leadership in the moment. The moment is called on Zelensky, and he has seized it. It may cost him his life without being crazily dramatic, but he is seizing the moment. He's doing what's right. That's my thought on Lead In With Lorne. Hope that it gets you thinking. And obviously it's very personal for me and I'm fired up about it. Thanks. And hey, you know what? We need great leadership. Not perfect, but we need great leadership. Bye for now.